How does he keep doing it? Adam Aminé Daniel has once again collaborated with New Balance on the Biblioteca 2000. Using a brand new silhouette from New Balance, the ABZORB 2000, Portland-based rapper Aminé has once again used his childhood experiences to draw inspiration around a shoe and collaborate on once again a very loud and yet comfortable sneaker model with New Balance. Thank you so much for checking in today. My name is Harrison Cable. This is Best Foot Forward Shoes. Thank you so much if this is the first time that you are checking out the channel. We do a podcast here, we do short videos, and mainly we review sneakers because that is what I'm super excited about. And today we've got one of the best to do it in the last couple of years when it comes to taking a story from the past and bringing it into the present day. The Biblioteca name on this sneaker is inspired by the time that Aminé spent at his local Multnomah Public Library, using a very unique graphic on the box, a faux library card, and glow-in-the-dark details around the sole of the shoe. By now, what is a signature of the Club Banana line, Aminé has put certain graphics on the tongue of this shoe, saying Biblioteca 2000, the one by Jeff, return your books on time, and shh, all relating to his childhood library, and expanding upon the lineage that he is creating with his own brand being Club Banana. That Club Banana branding is also seen around the back heel tab, but we'll get into a little bit more of the branding and the materials in a little bit. First of all, I want to talk about the sizing. Now, if you're not aware, the ABZORB 2000 is a brand new model from New Balance right now, and it is releasing in so many different colorways. The first one we saw was this very nice blue colorway, but subsequently there has been a dark gray colorway, a pink colorway. There's going to be white and grey colorways. Basically any color that's coming under the sun is going to be coming for this shoe. And Aminé has jumped on that train and gone full green with this shoe. Again, using his native Portland, Oregon, which is in itself a very lush and green part of the country, to populate this sneaker with not only green mesh, but green pattern leather overlays, green stitching around the back heel, and also fluorescent glow-in-the-dark ABZORB heel pods. Initially with the ABZORB 2000, I went with a size 9 US, 42.5 euro, and I found that to be a little bit snug, but after wearing this pair for a while, they actually stretched out really nicely and started to fit that one-to-one snug fit that happens when you wear a shoe very often. And so with this shoe being a mesh-based sneaker, I would be very happy going with a true to size, like whatever you get in a 2002R, a 1906R, those kind of made in Vietnam or made in Asia type sneakers. That sizing is going to fit you perfectly fine. So again, I go with a true to size, a size 9 US, which is a 42.5 euro, or roughly about an 8 UK in this model. These did sell out pretty quickly on the New Balance Australia website. They were going for $300 Australian, which is, yes, more than a normal ABZORB 2000, but I think with the extra details that have been put onto this shoe, as well as the box, as well as the collaboration nature of it, it's kind of understandable to have a little bit of an extra tax on top of that. The comfort on them is really good. Of course, you have full-length ABZORB pods around the entirety of the shoe, which really do provide that soft, cushiony ride. And if you've had a pair of the 2000s, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't quite feel like an Air Max or like a Nike Shox, which I have sort of compared it to a little bit. It does have that sort of bouncy feel, but it's much more comfortable than those models and less hard. Initially, you don't have to put in as much hours to get them to be comfortable like you do with a Shox model, and the comfort is pretty much straight away. You do have a stability web shank plate in the middle as well, so there is a little bit of a break from the full-length ABZORB pods. That really does lock your foot arch in very nicely, and overall, after wearing these for many hours, I've had absolutely no complaints at all. Moving up to the upper, you have this faux pattern leather paneling, which basically goes around the entirety of the toe box, around the middle of the shoe as well, and also a little bit up to the lace loops here as well. And then, as I said before, you've got the Club Banana branding stitched and embroidered over the top of one of these faux leather panels on the back heel tab. The insole is a pretty, standard kind of New Balance insole. It's a very normal kind of foam, nothing crazy. You do have a little bit of a gradient there. I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but it goes from like dark green to like a light green. And then it also has the Biblioteca library style card on the inside as well. Some of the little details on the branding of this shoe are really cool, including the tongue, which I'll talk about now. You have the Club Banana logo, you have Aminé's logo right here as well. As I mentioned before, you have Club Banana Research, Biblioteca 2000, the one by Jeff, and Return Your Books on Time, shh, which is very similar to some of the other shoes that Aminé has done in the past, where he's got a lot of detail on the tongue. I only have one other collaboration from Aminé, which is the 740 model. Really do wish that I had more. I really do wish I had that 610 model. That is such a cool shoe, and I really was annoyed that I missed out on those. One thing that I previously haven't liked on on Aminé's shoes was these lace toggle pieces, which are very similar to like a Salomon or a hiking style lace. But on these ones, I think that they've listened to some of the complaints that a lot of people had about the previous ones. The 740s had a very, very thick bungee style lace, and they were very hard to actually get tight at all. And these ones, I feel like they're a little bit less bungee, they're a little bit less flexible, and that makes them a little bit easier to tie up. Although the top part here still does bounce around a fair bit. The tongue is slightly padded, but it does curve around your ankle very nicely. So overall, you're getting a very locked down, nice feel from this shoe. Like I said, the sizing is true to size. The comfort is very nice. The ABZORB gel pods are doing a lot of the work here. It does feel like you're getting premium materials. It does have some weight to it. And overall, I do feel like it is worth that little bit of extra money that you have paid for a premium collaboration. Let's talk a little bit about the box. So that's something that Aminé puts a lot of pride in, is the book depository box. As you might know, when you return a book to the library, you oftentimes have to do it outside of hours that the library is actually open. So you would slide the book into the little front door, just like it's seen on the front of the box here. And you can also see that replicated on the inside of the box lid as well, which is not something you see a lot of the time from other collaborations. There is a little bit of special branding on the paper. It says New Balance. It's kind of hard to see. It's co-branded with Aminé there. And if you hold it up to the light, you can see the Club Banana research and basically the same thing that it says on the tongue. There is some branding on the inside of the box as well. The little Club Banana logo is very cool. It really does have a nice tie-in collaboration feel. Like the world building that Aminé has done with this shoe is really awesome. You've got this cool little instruction manual, which is basically the light up your shoes instructions, basically showing that if you leave these shoes out in the sun, you're going to charge them up just like you would any other sort of glow in the dark product. And I'm pretty excited to kind of try these out, wear them out in the sun, and then suddenly go into a dark room and just see what goes on with this one. Along with the release of this shoe, Aminé also did a book drive where he encouraged people to bring a book to donate to the local library. He also runs an event in Portland every year, which is basically his own festival. He also released a different colorway in this exact same model, a motley, almost Neapolitan rainbow style of colorway, which was incredibly loud. And even if that one was available to the general public, which it wasn't, it was very, very limited. I don't know if I would have gotten that one. Green being one of my favorite colors, although this shade of green is not my favorite, but it is still a very nice color. This one I prefer a lot more than that one, but I'm sure there are going to be some people who absolutely covet that very rare motley colored colorway. But yeah, overall, I'm so glad to have this one. Like the Aminé 2000 was one that I kind of had my eye out for a while. I love a lot of the things that he does with the world building. Like I said, with his shoes, his giving back to the community as well is something I'm really excited about. And I'm glad that other rappers besides, the regular kind of Travis Scott, Drake, A$AP Rocky are getting collaborations. I think that's one of the beauties of the sneaker scene right now, is that you can see brands really branching out to other artists. You think of J-Tips with his rise of Saucony. That probably wouldn't have happened if Nike and Adidas were the only brands doing deals with rappers, because there's only so much money to go around. But when you've got other brands like New Balance and Saucony giving artists their own voice, I really do enjoy the way that they do that. And I'm excited to see what Aminé and New Balance will do in the future. So again, thank you so much, everybody. I hope this review was helpful. If you find a pair of these, let me know. Hit me up in the comments if you want any more sizing recommendations or any more info about where you could buy them. Again, StockX resale websites are always a good spot. But again, thank you so much to everybody for watching. If you want to subscribe, help the channel out, join the journey. We're going to continue to push out podcasts, videos, short reviews. Again, thank you so much to everybody for watching. Really do appreciate it. Have a good day.